One morning, the city you call home begins to tremble, not from an earthquake or storm, but from something stranger, something impossible. Buildings, streets, trees, cars, all start to lift gently, as if the very ground beneath you has lost its grip. And slowly, inch by inch, your entire city rises into the sky. The sensation is surreal. The familiar becomes fantastical as rooftops drift past clouds. Streetlights twinkle against the sun, and the horizon stretches farther below than ever before. Then the news breaks. It's not just your city. One after another, cities around the world are leaving the Earth's surface, ascending silently and steadily into the atmosphere, floating like great islands in a sea of blue. No one knows why. No one knows where they're going. Scientists scramble to understand the physics behind this phenomenon, grappling with theories of anti-gravity fields, magnetic pulses, or even alien technology. But the truth remains elusive, locked somewhere between mystery and marvel. Governments declare states of emergency. Evacuations happen in nearby towns, yet the floating cities don't crash, don't falter, they drift, weightless and resolute, above the clouds, casting enormous shadows on the world below. The social fabric shifts overnight. Cities, once centers of commerce, culture, and connection, now exist suspended between earth and sky, cut off by altitude and air. Communication becomes a challenge. Bridges, roads, and subways no longer reach their destinations. People look up in awe and fear, watching their homes rise beyond reach, like urban constellations flickering against the stratosphere. What does it mean for those left behind? Smaller towns, rural areas? Are they abandoned relics or new frontiers? And what about those still living in these airborne metropolises? Life at ground level gives way to a surreal new normal as residents adapt to skybound existence. Imagine waking every day to a view where sunsets blaze beneath your windows, and the stars feel close enough to touch. Imagine the rush of vertigo mingled with exhilaration, knowing your whole world floats on invisible currents, tethered only by the thin threads of technology and human will. Practical challenges abound. How do you deliver food, water, electricity? How do emergency services respond to crises miles above the earth? Air traffic becomes a complex dance between planes and floating cities, now permanent fixtures in the sky. Economies shift as ports, airports, and infrastructure below scramble to adapt. Entire industries emerge to maintain the delicate balance. Teams of engineers, pilots, and scientists who monitor the city's altitude, trajectory, and stability, constantly adjusting to unpredictable winds and weather patterns. Yet, for all the innovation, no one understands the origin of the force lifting these cities. Is it a natural phenomenon, an unseen atmospheric anomaly, or a deliberate act by some unseen intelligence? Theories proliferate wildly. Extraterrestrial intervention, secret government experiments, a planetary response to human overpopulation, or even a collective unconscious yearning to escape. Religious and philosophical movements arise, interpreting the floating cities as signs, ascensions, or punishments, while artists capture the ethereal beauty and eerie loneliness of this new aerial existence. Emotionally, the impact is profound. People grapple with loss and wonder in equal measure. To see your home rising beyond your reach is to confront the fragility of place and identity. The earth feels smaller, and the sky, once a distant ceiling, becomes a new realm to inhabit or fear. Families are torn between those who stay below and those who rise. Social divisions deepen. Will the wealthy secure spots in the floating cities, leaving others grounded? Will these cities become exclusive aerial enclaves or hubs of innovation and culture, elevated beyond terrestrial concerns? As days turn to weeks, the floating cities don't just drift, they begin to change, adapting to their altitude in surprising ways. Parks bloom with new species of plants that thrive in thinner air. Skylines develop terraces and gardens suspended in clouds. Night skies reveal new stars previously hidden by urban glow. and auroras shimmer around the edges of these airborne metropolises. Then, one day, a collective gasp spreads worldwide as the cities start moving, not just up and down, but horizontally, slowly traversing the globe like celestial nomads. Where are they headed? What awaits these skyward civilizations at the end of their journey? No answers come, only more questions, as humanity watches the greatest migration in history unfold above their heads. And amid the uncertainty, one truth crystallizes: the world as we knew has changed forever. The Earth is no longer the sole cradle of civilization, but a launching pad for an extraordinary experiment in existence, suspended between gravity and freedom, earthbound roots and limitless sky. The cities have become not just places to live, but symbols of human resilience, mystery, and the endless possibility that sometimes the ground beneath us is just the beginning of the journey.